Hi, everyone. This is Dr. English. We're going to go through some demos of how to use College Scheduler. And we're going to start with this blank schedule here for Joe Charger. And Joe has selected some courses that he can take based on his placement. So he was placed at a level 1000 in math and a level 101S for English. And so these are the classes that he's going to take. So MA 112, EH 101S and 101L. And then he's got 3 HSBS or HFA classes. So he's got World History, Music Literature, and French 1. So yours may look similar to this. It might look very different, but the steps that we're going to take are going to be the same. So I'm going to change my sharing here to this screen. And we're going to go through using College Scheduler. So I'm going to pull down, and if you've watched the my.uah.edu tour, you've already seen where College Scheduler is, or Schedule Planner. I say College Scheduler because that's old language. So if I slip and say College Scheduler, I mean Schedule Planner. I'm going to click on this, and it's going to redirect us to a page here, and we want to register for fall 2021. And so I'm going to save and continue. And I've got some things in here. I'm going to remove all of those. There we go. So here's what this is going to look like for you. Most likely it's going to come up with not a whole lot of information in it. And so what we're going to do is we're going to start by adding courses, because that's what we're going to do. We have to add courses to our list. You want to make sure that you're using open classes only here at the top. You want to make sure that, again, you're in fall 2021. Okay, and you want all parts of the term selected. So if any of these are different, and they shouldn't be, you want to make sure that these are the options that are selected. So we're going to add some courses, and we're going to start at the top of our list. So the top of our list was pre-calculus algebra. So I'm going to click on select subject, and I'm going to pull down to mathematics. And then I'm going to select the course number, which is going to be 112. Okay, when the class comes up, it's going to come up with what the title is, a brief description of the course, and then what the prerequisites are. And I'm going to add the course. And as I add the course, it's going to show up here on my list on the right-hand side. So next on my list is English. So I'm going to pull up to English. And I'm going to do 101S, my college writing with Studio. It's going to give me a description. And it tells me that I have to register for that should be 101L. And I'm going to go back and add 101L also. And again, they're going to appear here. So then I'm going to add my history course, HY 104. So that's my world history class. I'm going to add that. And then I'm going to add music literature. There. And then my last one is French, and that's going to be WLC, so World Languages and Cultures. I'm going to do 101F for French 1. It's just not available at the time. That's okay. So now we have all of our classes here, and I can click done. And so now it's going to take me back, and it's going to show all of the courses that I have selected. Okay, and we can go right now into generating schedules. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to click on generate schedules. And it tells me, looks like you have a lot of scheduling options. It generated 1,000 plus schedules. But let's just take a look at what we've generated here. So I can hover over this little magnifying glass, and it's going to show me a basic idea of what the schedule looks like on an 8 to 8 p.m. schedule. So I can look at these this way. I can also view one. I'm going to view this one here, and it's going to tell me everything that's on my schedule. Now, there's some things that aren't going to show up. Like, for example, this History 104 is an online course. And so it's not going to appear on my schedule because it's not scheduled. But this course here is an online synchronous course, and I have to be online at certain times. And so that course is going to appear here on my schedule. I've got the same thing with my music class. Okay, So I can look at them this way. I can scan through the schedules like this, one by one, and be able to see them. I can use my arrow keys as well, and I can just press through these and I can see all of the classes coming up. Now there are thousands of schedules. That's not the way we want to do this. So let's talk about some ways that we can narrow the field. So I'm going to click back, and that's going to take me back to the screen. So I'm going to click on these little gear buttons here, and I want to show you what's kind of behind the curtain here. So you can see that for all the 101 sections, it tells me all the sections. So there are 8 of them total. It tells me where the location is. Oh, that's 101L. Let's go back. I'm sorry. Let's do 101S. Let's start with that one. There we go. So there's 4 sections of this course. 2 of them are asynchronous, or excuse me, are synchronous online. And I know they're synchronous online because they have a class time, but they're also listed as online. So that means that you have to be online at a particular time. There are also 2 classes that are in person. I know these are traditional courses because there's a time and there's no online option given. Okay, so I can look at these. Maybe I don't want this to be, I don't like the synchronous online. So I can unclick those. And now these won't appear in any of the schedules that are generated. So I'm going to save and close. Okay, now nothing has changed here until I regenerate schedules. So I'm going to do that. And it tells me I still have a lot of them. So I'm going to keep going. So I'm going to go to this 101L now. And you can see that all of these are in person. And they're all kind of on Monday, Wednesday. And so I'm just going to leave these alone for now. So I'm going to click back and I'm going to go to history. I'm going to click on the options. And it's showing me that there are 2 online sections and the rest of them are in person. I'm going to deselect these online versions because I don't want to take an online class this semester. Neither does Joe. And so we're going to save and close that. And I'm going to keep doing that. So I'm going to go to Math 112 and I can see that there are some online and some that are in person. I'm going to deselect this online one here. But since there are only a few options here, I'm going to leave this one in place just in case. I want to be able to I want to be able to see what the schedules are like. So I'm just going to unclick that one that's completely asynchronous online and leave this one in place. I'm going to save and close, and I'm going to continue doing this. Now, music literature. Most of these are online. And so I'm going to leave those online ones in there because I might need that to be an option. But I am going to unselect this one that has an H1 section. So if you watch the overview video for scheduling and registration tools, you know that the section number can be very unique. And so for H1, that means it's an honors class. And unless you're in the honors college, you can't take that course. And so Joe isn't in the honors college, so we're going to unclick that so that none of his schedules include H1 or this honors class. So I'm going to save and close. I'm going to go down to French, and I have 2 options here. One is online, asynchronous, and the other one is in person. I'll leave both of those in there for now. And it tells you how many seats are open as well in here too. So we're going to save and close. Now, one of the things to remember is that this is looking at open classes only. So there might be more sections there that are already full. Okay, so I've made some changes to all of those, and I'm going to generate schedules again. Now, it still says that I have 1,000 plus schedules. Okay, and I can go through and look at these again and see all of these. It still tells me that I've got this music class that's online, and so that won't appear in my schedule. Okay, I'm going to come back because I'm going to try to limit this a little bit more so I don't have quite as many schedules to look at. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to add some breaks in. Okay, and you can add as many breaks as you like. Maybe you're not a morning person, so we might say sleep in. And I don't want to take any classes that start before 9:30 in the morning. I need that time to get up. And so I'm going to click off all my weekdays. Okay, and I'm going to add that break in. All right, and so I'm going to generate some schedules again. It's even telling me that I need to. I still have a lot of them. And so I'm going to add another break in. I'm going to say job. And on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, I work. I work from, or Joe works, and he works from 6 p.m. until 10 p.m. And so he can't have any classes at those times. And so we're going to add that break in. And again, it's going to tell me that I've modified something and I need to generate schedules again. Now it still is telling me there's a lot of schedules. So you can continue to try to narrow the field down. So I'm going to look at music literature here again, and I'm going to take out all of these online versions. I've decided I don't want to take music literature online. I'm going to save and close, and I'm going to generate schedules again. So now we're down to 136 schedules. That's the largest number of, that's the maximum number of schedules that are available. And I'm going to start looking at them. And I can see all of these courses are either in-person traditional courses or it's synchronous online. Okay. And so I can look through these and kind of decide. You can see that my sleep in times and my job here are posted. So I can see them on my schedule. You can kind of see that Fridays are empty, but I might want to look at more of these. So I'm going to, and I'm going to shrink this page down just a little bit in size because I'm going to scan through these. I'm just using my right arrow key, and I'm just going to scan through them and see what different schedules look like. So maybe I want to try some different versions of this and see what makes the most sense for me. And some of these aren't going to change very much. Okay, so I'm going to go with this one. So this one, I have all of my classes in person except my French class, which is going to be online, but it's asynchronous. So I know I have to be in person online at that time. And so I'm happy with this. I like the schedule. This is the one I want. So I'm going to send this to the shopping cart. Okay. And it's going to tell me to continue. And now you are not registered yet. This is the very beginning of actually getting registered. You've chosen a set of classes that meet your times and your days for courses. Now we need to register. And so all of these are selected, and all you want to do is click register. And you're going to do that. And then now it tells me that I am registered for all of these. And I know I am because I am web registered. Okay. These actions are all if I want to take other action. There's nothing I want to do here. I am web registered for every single one of these classes. Okay. And if I'm happy with this, then great. You can always go to return to menu and go to week at a glance, and you'll be able to see your schedule. Now this is only a half week because we start on a Wednesday. So you can go to the next week and you can see your schedule again, and it shows all of your classes. Okay, so I'm going to do a couple of these with some different types of scenarios so that you can see what all of the options are within Schedule Planner and registration. We'll also talk in another demo about how to deal with any errors you might have. Joe didn't have any errors. He was registered for everything, but you might find that you have an error, and we'll talk about how we can address that.